Time to have a little bit of fun. We got some big news for you this morning. First of all, let's introduce President of the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners Junior A Hockey Club, Steve Cox. He's on the horn this morning. Good morning, Stevie. How are you,
Good morning, Fergie.
So tonight is a grand night in the NOJHL season for the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, as we are going to honor one of the finest teams to ever grace this country. Tell us a little bit about it, Steve.
Yeah, the Gold Miners are going to pay tribute to our 1940 Lakeshore Blue Devil Allan Cup champions tonight. This is just kind of a prelude into our 100th anniversary. As everybody knows, Kirkland Lake has a long, storied hockey history with the NHLers and so forth. But I believe the most impressive hockey line in history in Kirkland Lake is, of course, the Allan Cup champions.
That's right. And that 1940 Allan Cup team, probably the biggest name for hockey fans would be Bill Durnan, the goaltender,
Yes.
Stanley Cup winner, Vezina Trophy winner. You've got a great Bill Durnan story.
Yeah, I have a couple little tidbits here. Bill Durnan came to the Lakeshore Mines as a fastball pitcher.
Okay.
He was one of the best pitchers in the country, and he had hurt his knee. He was in the Toronto Maple Leafs organization, and he moved to Kirkland Lake and was pitching, and they found out that he could play goal, and they put him between the pipes, and he played four seasons for the Blue Devils, and ending with the Allan Cup championship, of course. But a few years back, a group of us were at the Hockey Hall of Fame for Dick Duff's induction, and we were standing around, and I noticed Dick Irvin Jr. walking around. So I went and introduced myself from Kirkland Lake and brought him over and introduced him to the mayor and Lorraine and Chico, and he went on to tell a story about when his dad was coaching the Habs, and he was looking for the final piece of the club, which of course at that time would be a goalie.
Yeah.
And they sent a crew up to Kirkland Lake to scout this Bill Durnan that was playing for the Blue Devils.
Oh, how cool is that?
So then he went on to play 7 seasons, 6 Vezinas, and 2 Stanley Cups with the Habs. So,
and to think at one time he was known as a pitcher.
As a pitcher too, yeah. So.
Pretty cool story.
Great story for sure. Yeah.
Lots of special guests going to be in attendance tonight for the pregame ceremony, Steve.
Yeah, we're going to have representation from Pinewood Park Motors and CXS Explorations. Those are our Jersey sponsors. We have a contingency from the 100th anniversary committee. We've formed a partnership with them this year, and it's been awesome. So we'll have representation from that committee, and of course we'll have the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League Chairman Jim Taylor will be on hand, as well as the Mayor-elect Pat Kiley.
Right on.
Also, we have a special guest tonight to help with the puck drop, Darren Smith. Many people in the community know Darren Smith as Smitty.
Yep.
His grandpa, Stu Smith, played for the Lakeshore Blue Devils in 1940. And wore number 9, and we actually have his game-worn jersey that will be on display in the lobby tonight. So Darren will be dropping the puck, and Darren is a very talented player in his own right. He came up through the Legion 87's program, as well as playing for the Eskies in Iroquois Falls.
Right on. Replica jerseys. Now, full disclosure, if you don't know, I'm part of the organization as well. We had a meeting the other night where we got to see the jerseys. Now, I got to whisper this because only a handful of us have seen the jerseys. Are they ever nice, Steve?
They are. You know what? The company that did them up, I couldn't ask. When I opened the box the other day, I just was, and now I have one each. I have the original one and the other one side by side, and they're just sharp looking jerseys, and you know what, the boys are going to wear them proud tonight. And,
yes, indeed. Now
sure.
here's the deal, right? People are going to come to the game tonight. They're going to see these jerseys. They're going to fall in love with the jerseys, and they're going to say, "I need to have one." What becomes of these jerseys after we're done with them tonight, Steve?
Well, I think
do we wear them again?
Yeah, we're going to wear them again, and the Timmins Rock was supposed to have some throwback jerseys for tonight's game, and unfortunately their timelines weren't met. So they've asked us to hold on to them till January 15th when we have a return trip to Timmins.
Okay, and what are they going to be wearing then?
They're going to be wearing their 1970s, early 80s Timmins North Star jerseys. So we do have, that's when, of course, the reincarnation of the Blue Devils were in Kirkland Lake as well in the old Northland Intermediate Hockey League.
That's right. Yeah, so that'll be a fun throwback night up.
Yeah,
at Timmins.
So we're gonna go up to Timmins and display our jerseys as well. And both communities have a rich mining and hockey history, so it's awesome to be partnered with them in this venture. So
okay, so let's jump ahead to January 16th.
Okay.
What becomes of the jerseys? Do the players and their families have first shot at them?
Yeah, we're going to sit down, and we have a couple of ideas through the executive, and you know Barry, and being involved with the executive, and we'll release that information on how we're going to make them available to the public, whether it's through an online auction or a live auction or a variation of both of them. Who's going to get preference to them, or and we do have replica ones that we're going to provide to the 100th anniversary committee.
Right on.
That has number 100 on it, and they'll be auctioning it off at their New Year's gala.
Ah, very.
So that's kind of cool, and of course, yeah. So we'll make those how we're going to go about that public at a later date. Right now, we're just tinkering with a few things. So.
Right on. So the Timmins Rock will be in town for Throwback Thursday tonight. Puck drop at 7:30. Get there a little early and enjoy the pregame festivities.
Right. And I just like to mention last night we had Jacob Bonney at the game, and Jacob was playing his keyboard, and he's going to come back tonight, and he's going to provide the in between the whistles and the intermission music, just like the old days when Tom Bolin used to play the organ above the old tractor room in the old arena. So it just kind of brings back memories for some of the older fans and so forth, you know.
Well, you and I were talking just before we went on the air last night. That was like old time hockey last night. The atmosphere, hearing the organ at a hockey game.
Oh no, for sure. And Jacob is a very talented young man, and it's nice to have him aboard and wanting to help us out that way.
Sherry Panagapka will be on hand tonight too, doing the national anthem.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun night, and I have some artifacts from the 1940s, courtesy of Kelly Gallagher at the Hockey Heritage North. I still say Hockey Heritage North, and they'll be on display in the lobby. Okay. So the fans coming in will get a chance to see an autograph little mini stick with all the players. There's actually 6 NHLers that after playing for the Blue Devils, went on to play in various lengths of careers in the NHL. So that's pretty impressive too, you know. And just in closing, Barry, in the early days of the Allan Cup, it was probably looked upon higher in some cases than the actual Stanley Cup.
Than the Stanley Cup, yeah, in its time. That's right.
Yeah, because it went to the National Amateur Hockey Men's Champion of the country. And for Kirkland Lake to be able to achieve that at that time is just an amazing part of our history.
That's right. And we have to keep that history alive, and we'll do a small part tonight by honoring the 1940
for sure. And you know what? And maybe with the 100th anniversary committee, we can put up some bulletin board signs coming into Kirkland Lake, just reminding people of the history and what Foster Hewitt said about our town and our many NHLers. And you know, it's just time to revisit all that whenever you have a reunion, right?
Exactly. One other note while we're talking Gold Miners hockey here, Steve. Tomorrow it's the Fill a Cruiser for the Holidays food drive as we get together with members of the Kirkland Lake Detachment of the OPP, the Ministry of Natural Resources Enforcement Unit as well. It's at Foodland from 9 till noon tomorrow. Then at Pet Nuzzo's Independent Grocer, noon till 3 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? The community can come out and support the people that need the help over the Christmas season and throughout the whole year. And our goal as a junior hockey team is not only to play hockey in the arena and provide entertainment for the general public, but is to get out in the community and assist these groups and help them out and to achieve their goals. So that's one of the main goals of our executive and club this year.
Good group of kids this year as well.
Awesome, yeah.
Thanks for doing this, Steve. It's going to be a fun night tonight. Puck drop 7:30 as we honor the 1940 Allan Cup champion, the Lakeshore Blue Devils.
Thank you very much, Barry.
See you tonight, Steve.
Okay, thanks.
All right, man. Bye-bye now. Steve Cox, Gold Miners Club President, talking about Throwback Thursday. It's going to be a great night tonight at the complex.